Everyone's talking about AI these days, right? This season on Compiler, we're diving deep into how AI is reshaping the world we live in. Join us for a new season of Compiler, an original podcast from Red Hat. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Welcome to the law firm of Davis & Davis. We're not a real law firm.
Go ahead, grab a beer, a glass of wine, sit back and listen.
Welcome back, everybody. No, just plain old welcome to the Davis & Davis Show. We're the law firm that just doesn't care.
We haven't even started drinking yet, and we're already flubbing.
That portends an awesome show near the end. I can't. I mean, ow! I hit the microphone. Okay. So today, on tonight's show, we're going to be doing a movie review, and it's one of Scott and mine's whatever favorite movies. Big Trouble in Little China. A fabulous film, and we've got lots to talk about that. But first, Scott, wake up and tell me, what did you do last week? What happened? Anything good?
I actually finished my my resumes.
Oh,
yes, I know. It sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm getting a little warm and tingly.
There's a couple of jobs out at the Joint Reserve military base here that really kind of interested me. So I was like, okay, I will pull out the old resume that I haven't touched in 15 years and polish it up.
It's called polishing a turd, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm getting older, so I may as well use the years that I was in government service, because they're still on my books.
Oh, that's nice.
If I get a job on a government installation working for the government again, that all works towards my retirement. So
that's kick-ass and righteous.
If I get the job, not only is it $5,000 a year, it's adding into my retirement account.
Very nice.
So, what happened here?
I don't know what happened here. There.
Everybody. Well, yeah. So. What was your weekend like?
Scott's having technical issues. Where's the?
Damn it.
I got went to the optometrist and got my eyes checked because I got it on one of those, what do you call it, where you put a bunch of money away for medical shit, and it's not all of it's going to roll over. So I got to use some of that money out of that medical thing. So I went into the optometrist, got my eyes checked. I'm getting some new glasses, and I'm getting a pair of glasses just for my computer because I've got this big ass screen. I actually am more comfortable wearing these glasses, which are 1 or 2 prescriptions ago, and I can read my screen better. I can read text better, all that kind of stuff. So I will be having new regular glasses and actual dedicated glasses just for this thing, which is going to be awesome. And then was Sunday. The youngest daughter, who's going to college up in Toledo, her and her she went down to OSU to visit her boyfriend and bring him back up for his spring break, and said, "Hey, why don't we all go to dinner?" Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, well, come on, they've been dating for 6 years now, and she's 21. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty sure she's doing the shit I was doing at age 14. So I can't bitch. I can't complain. Anyway. Wanted to go out and have dinner with the actually him and his mom and dad and me and Nance and Mag. So there was just like 6 of us. We went out to have some dinner, and my wife is joking about, oh, they're gonna say that he popped the question. I'm like, no, this kid is so, well, he is very dirty.
Yeah.
But he is also the type of kid that would, I'm 99% sure he's going to ask me for my daughter's hand in marriage before he proposes. That's the kind of kid this is.
I wouldn't. You scare me.
It's funny because like the oldest daughter's had a ton of boyfriends. I don't fucking like any of them. I should by law hate this kid, and I don't. I mean, I guess I could say I like him. He's a good kid. There's nothing wrong with him. Fuck.
Poor Sam. Sam just doesn't know how much she gets involved in these shows.
She should start listening. I keep telling her. It's like, boost my numbers up. Come on, listen to my shit.
Yeah. So anyways, what are you drinking, buddy? What do you got going on tonight? Okay.
Clear. It is Chopin vodka.
Going straight?
No, this is on the rocks. Technically, it's a martini. I did just a touch of vermouth and a little bit of lemon, from the bottle kind of thing. Chopin, and I did use it in the kick-ass martini shaker. It was fucking awesome. Yeah. The martini shaker is great. Making crushed ice for it is fucking horrible.
Sucks.
Yeah. So just a little background. Chopin, it's a single ingredient vodka, 4 times distilled. The stuff we get in the States is all potatoes. It is a Polish brand, first introduced in 1997 to America, done in small batches. The producer claims that 7 pounds of potatoes are used to make every single bottle. So there's like 2 potatoes right there, I think.
Gosh.
It's smooth. It's tasty. It's got that little bit of sweet. It has flavor, but it's not annoying. It's not, I've drank it straight on the rocks, and it's very, very tasty vodka. So I give it a wholeheartedly thumbs up.
Oh, fabulous. That sounds like a wonderful thing for the evening. Myself, I am sitting with Jim Beam's peach and ginger ale.
That's not a combination I would have thought of. What's it like?
To me, it's fabulous.
Okay.
To some people, aka Jordan, who will be on tomorrow's show or a Thursday show, he'll tell you that it sucks. He says,
and they have an apple.
It's too sweet.
They have an apple too, don't they?
Yeah, they have apple. They have peach, pineapple. I think they have pineapple. I was not in a bourbon mood or anything like that.
You've noticed that I've gone like the gin and vodka. The weather's warming up. That bourbon I had 3 or 4 episodes ago, there's still half a bottle sitting in the back of my, I guess it's becoming a liquor cabinet. Fuck. My wife's gonna hate me. But yeah, it's just not my bag. So
I just I wanted something light. I mean, I'm still drinking beer as well, so it's not like I'm not drinking enough. Jeez. My doctor would still be pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put on a t-shirt. I'm sort of sweat to death in here. What the hell,
dude? I'm telling you, I was just about to turn the air conditioner on because of the fact that I am sweating my damn nuts off. So this is our segment where we spend a half an hour to bitch about whatever we want to bitch about, and I'm going to tell you what's happening right now.
Okay.
I am applying for jobs around here again. I don't want to live in Texas. I don't like Texas, but I'm young enough still at this point in time to buy a house here. And then at 65, when I retire, I can sell it and move wherever I want to move. Right.
Okay.
Right. So I went house hunting. My realtor sent me a house. She was like, hey, go check this out. It's not even on the market yet. It hasn't even been cleaned up. Just go take a look at it. Now I'm looking for something, $200,000, $300,000.
Jesus.
What?
Just yeah, which is like $100,000 house here. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
You live in Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, this house.
My house is probably a $200,000 house in your fucking neighborhood.
Well, the house I'm looking at is 2,000 square foot. 4 bedrooms, and it's gonna be listed for $325,000.
Jesus Christ!
I know it's crazy, but here's the thing. I would love to move back to Ohio. I will do that when I retire. I don't mind the cold. I actually like the cold. After living in the heat like I have,
yeah.
I have learned that my body really craves the cold more than the hot. You can always add more clothes. You can't take any more off when you're sitting in your living room naked.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, gonna go look at this house. It's not even on the market yet. All brick, big backyard, big enough backyard to where I could put a shed back there and turn it into a living quarters for Bob, because Bob needs a place.
Why on earth would you want to subject yourself A, to having him in the same state, and B, in your fucking backyard?
Call me a glutton for punishment.
Call me masochistic.
It's really sad that one of my criteria is to have enough room for Bob.
God.
But it's a nice house. But this has been going on for 3 months, man. I am stressed out. I cannot take this crap anymore. And the housing prices are insane.
Oh, God.
Right now. I don't really want to buy a house right now, but I'm going to end up having to, because where I mean, when I first moved here, the whole premise was that I wasn't going to stay here. I moved here in 1999. I'm still here.
Wait, you're talking about that particular apartment or the whole fucking state?
No, the state.
Oh.
This is my second apartment here. Third apartment here. Which is still not a lot. I mean, I've lived in this apartment for 20 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm tired of stressing about it all. Yeah, I am. I'm so tired. I may just move in with Bob. I mean,
and leave the wife and mother-in-law in Texas.
Well, it would be so much easier.
And would they be okay with that?
I don't think they would really care.
Wouldn't mind too terribly much. The once a year conjugal visit, just
Gosh, what the hell's a conjugal visit?
Well, I said once a year. I mean, come on.
Whoa, what's a decade, maybe. I don't think we like each other enough to conjusize.
I'm not even gonna count that as not a word. I now count that as a word. I need to go conjusize my own lady. Oh, shit. Oh God.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm done with the stress. I am. But like I said, the nice thing about the job that I applied for is it's actually I'd be moving up. Like when I left the Navy, I was a certain rank, and
Right.
the rank that I would be as a civilian in the civilian list, I'm actually moving up a notch.
All right, Mr. Jefferson.
If this job comes to fruition. Hey, I also applied for a job at American Airlines, but they made me do these cognitive tests, which was a whole lot of fun. And one of the tests was how to use Excel. And I used to think that I knew Excel frontwards, backwards, left and right. But the damn questions on this thing, I was like, I'm not getting that job.
Isn't there like a free online course for Excel?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. You should take that.
You know, when Excel first came out, I used it quite a bit, and so, you know, I was really proficient at it. Now I can't even figure out how to get it to automatically number rows.
Well, I mean, the answer to every single question on that test should have been, I Google what I need and I fucking copy it and put the shit on there like everyone in your goddamn corporation does right now. So let's talk about something else.
Well, they had a lot of questions about diversity. In the okay. There were two parts to this test. There was the Excel part, and the other part was they're trying to figure out your mental whatever,
like your frame of mind about
other
ethnic.
Yeah,
oh God, I can't even say the word. Okay.
But
people of a different skin.
Well, no, not just that. They're trying to figure out what your mental
what your outlook is on German people, or
on life, on how you solve stuff, how you troubleshoot stuff. Like it would sit there and say there's two questions, and you had to move the ball to either side, which means that you agreed with that one question more than the other.
No.
And it wouldn't let you pick the middle. Because there were a couple that were like that said something to the effect of there's a problem. Are you the type of person that would run towards the problem to fix it? And then on the other side it would say, I prefer to let other people lead.
Depends on the situation, the job, and the problem.
And the stupid thing is that the two questions sometimes had nothing to do with each other. So you were sitting there, and it's like, okay, I can't.
You know what you know what they want to hear. That's the one you pick.
And the thing is that this test is a half an hour long, and you get the same questions like 5 times. So literally what they are looking for is to see if your questions match every time. And if they do differ, what was the other question? Because that's and you could tell by the questions that were being asked, a lot of it was about diversity, and working with people of other colors, ethnicity, whatever. And the other part of that was trying to figure out if you're an asshole. And
that's bad for you.
By the end of this thing, I was an asshole. I was like, this is just not.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Davis show is going to be recording soon.
Oh, is it? Hey, your timer's a little off.
Well, I think I have it set for 8:00 because it's when we typically did it, and I'm going to have to reset that to 7 now.
Wait, did we really always?
We started at 8:00 in the beginning.
Okay, because I was like, if we start at 8:00, it's going to be freaking midnight by the time we get done. I don't want to be here that long.
Go fuck yourself. I mean, yeah, me too.
Hey, American Airlines, go fuck yourself. You know, I love the fact that there's like a 3-second delay on my. It's that Newegg computer.
Hit a button. Wait. I
hit a button and I wait like 3 seconds. Like button.
Wow. It's trying its best.
So when something is said, it's very hard for me to yeah. Now you hear that sound effect, right?
Right.
There's actually a reason that sound effect went off, because somebody is coming by while we're recording tonight. Don't know if it's on. Well, it'll be on the second show, but
I thought we were zooming. He's coming by your place.
No, we are zooming. He is.
Okay.
Coming in on Zoom.
Wait, have I met Jordan? Was he one of the 3 from the other night?
Yeah, he was one of
the New York one, or
no? He was the Dallas one.
Okay.
Apparently, he was the one that we were supposed to have on our show about a week ago when we reviewed. What was the
Lone Wolf
Lone Wolf McQuaid. He actually. Apparently, during Drunk Fest, we told him to go watch Lone Wolf McQuaid, and he could come in on Sunday and review it. But if anyone remember, well, nobody's.
I don't feel so bad about forgetting half the shit. He's like, "Have you got your questions for this?" Like, what questions are you talking about, Scott? We talked about this. Drunk Burke doesn't remember. Sober Burke doesn't remember what Drunk Burke talked about. I'm sorry. What? Like put it on the fucking Google Drive and there's that's what I did last week. Is like I wrote down the 2 movies and like they were upper and lowercase in the middle of the fucking words because I'm like smack. But yeah, at least I remembered. Oh dear God.
Yeah, I was having some issues there. With remembering stuff, and the sad fact is that I listen to these shows because I edit them.
You still didn't remember.
How could I have forgotten that?
Well, even our trivia questions like change categories from the time that we said them to the time that we did them, which is fine. I don't care, but I just found it a little humorous.
Yeah. All right. We are at. Do you have anything else?
No, man. This is a perfect break time because poor little glass is all empty. I gotta remember to like drink non-alcoholic shit in between.
Water?
No, I'm not gonna drink water. I mean, fish fucking it. No, I'm gonna drink something like pop or something.
I just drink some beer.
I think, yeah. What are you drinking? Did you tell us what you were drinking tonight?
Yeah, I said the Jim Beam.
But that's not Jim Beam you're drinking.
Oh no, the beer chaser is just a regular 25-ounce something that I grabbed at the store.
Okay.
It's not anything more. I mean, if I
not
just
worth
say
talking
beer, it's not worth talking about what it is that I bought.
All right, fair enough.
I bought some American-made piss water.
Beer. If it was warm, I'd mistake it for piss.
I love me some beer. All right, everyone, we're gonna take a break here.
Be back soon.
Come back in a little bit. Goodbye.
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
All right, people, we're back.
Hello again.
I've got a couple of beers laying around me. One sitting in my brewmate, keeping itself cold.
Got my glass filled up. Sad thing is, I got this vodka a few days ago. I have enough for like another quarter glass, and then I'm going to switch to another vodka that I purchased, which I may even talk about that one in this show because it's also really fucking tasty, and I like it a lot.
I just looked at the beer situation, and I do not think I'm going to have enough for the whole evening.
So do what you told me to do. Drink water.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer in between the beer.
I thought you were drinking beer in between the... You said it was a chaser. You lied.
No, it was supposed to be a chaser, but I'm starting to realize that I'm really liking the flavor, and it's going down highly smoothly. Highly smoothly? Yeah, I'm really, I'm so...
Words hard.
I be intelligent. I went to college.
Spelled with a D, college.
I'm college educated. Oh, shit. All right. We're going into block A. Block A. There is only one block today.
There's two block A's, you blockhead.
Oh.
Here, I can.
We were supposed to review a show today.
B, there it is. Block B. I fixed it.
Oh, did you?
I fixed it on my end. I don't know if it's the same. Whatever. C to drive. There you go. Block B. Okay, block A. That's all you, baby.
Block A. Big Trouble, Little China.
Yeah.
I hope I opened up the right one. Wow. Yeah. Hey, domestically, it made the same amount of money as Lone Wolf McQuade.
Fuck my life.
Oh, you love it. You know it.
Kill me quickly.
Best movie ever.
All right, so Big Trouble in Little China was released July 1st, 1986. The budget, any clue on the budget?
I have zero clue on the budget.
I've heard 20, and I've seen a couple late. 19 to 25 was their guess, so we'll go with 20.
I could tell you what it grossed.
Less than 20.
11 million.
Yeah. 1 hour, 39 minutes long. Any idea about Rotten Tomatoes?
I do not. I did not look that up.
The Rotten Tomato. Take a guess on the Rotten Tomato meter.
I would say it's going to be around the 60s.
No, 75 actually.
Really? What about the human score?
The audience rated it at 83, which is no surprise there.
I can see that. It's okay. That's cool.
Yeah. A little bit of difference there. Any idea what Roger Ebert gave it?
I would say a 3.
2. How he gave Lone Wolf McQuaid a bigger score is kind of beyond me. But
how can that be beyond you when it is the best movie ever?
I had to utter its name. It's like saying Candyman 3 times. All right, Cat. Do not spill the drink.
Wow. Oh, God.
Cat, don't lick the microphone. Don't spill the drink. Just sit down. There you go. Sit. Sit.
How long do you think it's going to take Jordan to finally get pissed off, drive over here, and punch me in the face?
Okay. So, any idea where on the box office list that this movie came in at?
I'm going to say 76.
Very close. 71.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you like to know some of the other movies on that list?
I would love to know the top 10 for that year.
Well, I'm going to give you a couple. Labyrinth, which is really one of my favorite movies of all time. 67. It only made $12 million at the box office. Morning Legend was in there. Spies Like Us was in there. Flight of the Navigator. FX. I think we've mentioned that movie once or twice.
We have.
Yeah. Little Shop of Horrors was in that list at 40, and it pulled in 23 million. Jewel of the Nile. Soul Man. Three Amigos. There you go. The Fly. Oh, Jeff Goldblum. 37 million. That was 25 on the list. Pretty in Pink. Oh, that's our boy there.
Yeah, that's John Hughes.
Yeah, 21. Pulled in 40 mil. Poltergeist 2. Who cares? American Tail. Police Academy 3. Color of Money. Oh, number 16 at 44 million. The Golden Child was on this list.
Hang on. Color of Money. Who was that? Dan Aykroyd?
No. It wasn't Color. What am I thinking of then? I thought that was a Paul Newman and Risky Business.
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
Yes, I do believe you are correct.
Okay.
When they're pull sharks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Golden Child, number 11 at 54 million. We'll talk about that.
I still don't know how that movie is.
We'll talk about that here in a little while. Down and Out in Beverly. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Best movie ever.
Except that's not the. So you're gonna get the "Oh yeah" from the song "Yellow." That.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I also want to put Tangerine Dreams on here, but that's that's a different.
Yeah, that's all different. Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller was kind of my anthem at that point in time. I was starting to become very rebellious at that point in time. I flunked U.S. history because I refused to do homework.
Oh, I was going to say, you love U.S. history. What the hell happened there?
Yeah, Mr. George had this rule that if you missed 3 homework assignments, he failed you. And I didn't do any. I was like, I haven't.
I'm kind of right there with you because in the real world, when you go home at night, you tend not to fucking think about work in any way, shape, or form. So,
well, his threatening me with a failing grade. What he didn't think about is that Scott's a very annoying motherfucker. And when Scott came back and didn't do his homework again, but passed with a C+, I can guarantee that Scott was annoying enough for Mr. Jordan.
Say, fuck it, I'm going to pass the motherfucker. Get him out. Get him out.
I'm going to stop us for a second because I do have to mention this. Mr. George just died last week.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
His family, I went to school, period, with his daughter, Becky. She was a friend of mine. And his wife was my tutor from third grade all the way until I went to high school.
Oh, wow.
So I was very close with the George family, and I just want to say my condolences to the George family. Coach was he was the biggest Browns fan that you would ever meet. I mean, the guy went to the stadium religiously, and even when he couldn't walk anymore, they took him in a wheelchair.
Yeah, bless his heart.
He was a great guy. He was a football guy. He hated me. I understand that because I am annoying. People just don't like me. I don't know why.
I don't get it. I don't know. Anyway, Ferris Bueller, number 9, 70 million. The Color Purple, 80 million. Star Trek.
I didn't know that they did a movie about purple people.
I know, right? Oh no, it's not purple people, just the color.
No,
it was just about the color purple.
Oh,
it's in the title. I mean, come on.
Are we differentiating between violet and lavender?
I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I don't know. Number 6, Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Aliens. Oh, mother of pearl. Number 5 was Aliens. Oh, that's some good shit there. $85 million. Back to School somehow beat that out at 91 million. The Karate Kid beat that out. The part 2 beat that out at 115 million. Crocodile Dundee at number 2. I can see that. I like that movie. As much as we'll talk about Crocodile Dundee some other time. But that one pulled in 129 million. The very top movie of this year. I feel the need for speed.
John
Top
Hughes.
Gun.
Or that wasn't John Hughes. That was Tony Scott. Sorry.
Top Gun. 171,838,925 dollars.
And I'm gonna say it. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Rodney Dangerfield was incredibly good in that flick.
I've seen that movie a few times, and forgive me, Sally Kellerman is the lady that plays opposite him. She was in the original movie of MASH, and the car. I gotta say, I liked the movie. I did. I can't figure out how it made it past some other movies, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
And the car was,
what was that? An MGA?
It was an MGTD. MGTD. That was it.
Okay. Yeah, that was a cool looking car. I like that car.
That's my. I really, really want to own one of those before I die. But then again, I saw my father
and a million others.
Saw my father die, and he had a bunch of aspirations as well. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, Mom. I burped.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Oh, that's another one I need to find is sorry.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Sorry.
Excuse me.
You got me snorting now. Okay. John Carpenter directed this.
Yes.
There is some interesting stuff about the John Carpenter.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there. This was his 4th outing with Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Because his first one was actually a made-for-TV movie. Then he had The Thing and I can't remember the other one. But this was his 4th outing. And apparently he wanted Russell for They Live. But that didn't happen for some odd reason. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, without looking at your cheat sheet, who did the music for the show?
John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Not a moment's hesitation. You know why I know that? because he has a music video out of that song.
Does he really?
He does, and it is the fucking most bizarre music video because there's like some other movie director, and it's like dudes in their 40s trying to jam out, and it's out there. It's a sight to behold.
Hey, guess what? I just got a notification that we're supposed to start recording the Davis and Davis
sweet,
show.
Man. Hit the button. Let's do this thing, man.
Okay, so I must ask you. Yes, there were two people that wrote this fiasco of a show. Do you know
about our show, Scott and Burke?
No, the movie. The
movie.
Do you know who wrote this?
I don't.
Gary Goldman and David Weinstein.
Which I just flipped over to IMDb and saw those there, but since I didn't know it off the top of my head,
I must say that I do believe we have a very Jewish show. Because those are both big Jewish names, Goldman and Weinstein.
Rosencrantz, yeah.
Anyways, this show
not that it really goes into the script at all, but okay.
No, it doesn't go into the script. I just saw the names. I was like, that sounds very, very. Not
that a lot of Hollywood isn't that way, but whatever. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So there was when I lived in Philadelphia, there was a musical theater for children that I used to work with, and their name was very close to the Weinstein name. I'm not going to say their name on air and all that, but it just got me to start looking at stuff, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of Jewish people in theater.
That was Tracy Tupman's big thing. If he couldn't decide on what movie was going to win the Oscar, he would see who the directors and producers were. If they were Jewish, he'd pick that one. And swear to God, every fucking time he was right too. So
okay. This movie starred Kurt Russell. He was not the original person that they thought about for this movie. You know that.
It wasn't Bronson. That was the last one we were talking about. There were two people, as I recall, and neither of them could do the part. And I cannot remember the two people that they had.
Man, hang on.
No. Carpenter wanted Russell. The studio didn't.
And that could very well be. I am trying to get to my notes here.
I cannot remember. I didn't write it down. It was not, for me, it was not that totally interesting. Don't die on me.
Oh my gosh, that hurt my chest.
Still getting over the vid.
This isn't the vid. It is heated up here in Texas. And when it heats up in Texas, things start to pollinate. And my allergies have taken a turn
to overdrive.
Yeah, this is
being that you're getting over COVID is not helping anything because your lungs are not as up to par as they should be.
Dude, I am gurgling in mucus right now.
Glad you put the ending on that sentence.
Kurt Russell was John Carpenter's only choice for the lead role. The studio suggested Jack Nicholson or Clint Eastwood.
Oh, no. Well, Nicholson maybe, but Eastwood? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, you know what? They probably thought it was going to be a horror show like The Thing or something like that, which Eastwood would be okay in a horror movie. No. Directed by John Carpenter.
Eastwood would have been great if the character was the tough guy. Kurt Russell Kurt Russell plays this character as a spoof.
kind of a well, no, he plays it as a normal guy in abnormal circumstances, and he does it fucking there's a lot of his acting in this movie that I'm really impressed with.
Okay, here's what I mean. Jack Burton. First off, Jack Burton talks in the third
person,
third person all the time, which I absolutely love. I do it to people all the time just to annoy them.
Just one of the many annoying traits of Scott Davis.
Thank you very
Scott
much.
Davis thanks you. Yeah.
I really cannot wait to turn like 65 and be that greeter at Walmart.
Scott Davis says hello. Get the hell in there, you bastard.
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
You look like you belong here.
Could I see your receipt? Yeah, I will have to cut that one out.
You'll forget, you drunken asshole. I mean, yeah, sure.
The thing is that he plays the character. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't agree with you. I don't think.
Oh no! Look, okay. Let me just pick out one little point. Remember when they are in Chen's place about to go down the pole into the sewers and everything, and oh god, I'm gonna screw up these people's name. His little buddy right there says, what are you afraid? And Jack's like, no, I'm not afraid. And like he turns away from the dude and like gives that look of like, oh fuck yeah, I am. Yeah, but it's like it's subtle. There's so many little subtle things he does in this film that I absolutely love. And it's like,
okay, I will agree with you, but I am talking about what the character is, not about how he acted it. The character is not a tough guy.
No, he acts like a tough guy.
He
does have some reflexes, you gotta admit.
He acts like a tough guy, but he goes into Lo Main's lair. And yes, I know that it's Lopan. I know it's David Lopan. Okay. I am being a jokester and calling him Lo Mein, okay? So he goes into Lo Main's palace. This is towards the end, towards the big fight. And what happens?
Shoots the gun up in the air, knocks his ass out.
Knocks himself out. Yeah. Misses the entire fight. He's in the wheelchair.
Oh, now I gotta admit, the wheelchair is fucking cool. Like he stops, pulls himself up ever so gingerly and moves forward. I mean, that's kind of cool. You gotta admit. I mean, I'd have fallen my ass down that fucking well.
If he fell down the well, would he have been okay?
No, probably not. Although, okay, I'm gonna get playing devil's advocate on your side here. Yeah, in the beginning of them getting stuck in Lo Main's palace, he shoots his gun. It doesn't go off. He whips out his knife and it flies off to the side, and he jumps over to the side to go grab his knife. In the meantime, the little guy is just kicking ass, taking names, and lays waste to like the 10 guys. And Jack jumps back and goes, ha! And they're all done. And they're like, what the fuck did I miss?
Yeah. I guess we haven't done our spoiler alert yet.
Any movie we talk about is a spoiler alert. Just roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, look. I don't think I've ever shown you my security system, but I have cameras all over my apartment. My apartment complex. Here's part of the reason why I have to move, and I'm probably going to cut this a little bit out and splice it in with the first part. I live in an area where there are a lot of immigrants that have come over the border from
Canada.
I live in from Canada. A. They all say A a lot.
They're all a-holes.
So they our apartment complex has used to do all of these. Hey, move in for free. Get 3 months for free. So people would move in, and then they would stay here for 3 months, and they would leave before they actually owed money. Anyways, that's beside the point. We have a lot of riffraff here, which is why I have to buy a house, because I have riffraff here. I have riffraff. There's so much
people that live in your apartment complex come to your house and steal your shit. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, there's so much riffraff here that they're dirty, nasty people. They fill up the dumpster. When the dumpster is full, people like me who are considerate keep my garbage inside of my house until they empty it, and then I go out there and put it in the dumpster. No, these people throw all their garbage around the dumpster. Well, it got so bad over the past 3 months that the garbage company refused to come anymore to pick up the garbage.
And that stinks.
So the apartment complex, in its infinite wisdom, has decided to hire 4 people, raising our rent, to walk around to each person's apartment at 5:00 in the afternoon and pick up the trash that they put outside their door.
How the fuck is that going to help?
It doesn't. It's absolutely idiotic. Anyway, somebody just knocked on my door, and I looked at my security cameras. I was like, what are these people doing? They're dropping off the plastic container that you're supposed to put your trash in. Okay. And put out at 5:00 in the afternoon or evening every night. Now here's the kicker. This trash container that they're putting out, we're supposed to leave that in our house all day long. Have no clue where the fuck I'm gonna put it. But if it's left outside, I get fined $50.
Alrighty then.
It is time to buy a house.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Even if you have to overpay, it's probably going to be totally worth it. All right.
So low pan. So Kurt Russell's character is really an idiot, but he's smart. I mean, look at the way that he plays the game with Wang. They play cards for a while. Was it cards or dominoes? I can't remember.
They played something first, and I wasn't sure what it was. They were playing dominoes at the end.
Yeah. Then
is that the young kid's name? Is it Wang?
Wang, yeah.
Okay, yep.
Wang Chai. And I will tell you, Wang, the character Wang was absolutely phenomenal in this movie.
Well, he's actually the hero of the movie.
He really is the protagonist.
Yeah, no, he really is. I mean, even though the movie has Kurt Russell front and center because he's the saleable star, he's the hero of the movie. He's the good guy. I mean, he's like the obnoxious sidekick, but it's fucking Kurt Russell. So I mean, he kind of takes over. Yeah, it's a weird movie, but I mean that's part of the allure of this movie. It's not a buddy movie exactly. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but Kurt's the shit in this movie, but his character is so bizarre.
I'm not going to ignore the fact that I always thought that Kim Cattrall annoyed the hell out of me. But in this movie, God, I've watched this movie 6 times this week. She was really good.
Yeah, I liked her in
really
this movie.
Good.
I mean, she had she knew when she was doing the comedy and she held her comedic chops. They were just some really cheesy lines. She knew they were cheesy lines. and she did them as cheesy lines, and they really worked. No, I thought she did a great. I thought, you know,
not just were they.
I mean, she like what has she done before that? Porky's, you know. I mean, she was howling at the moon in the men's locker room, you know. So all of a sudden, she's got like a real role, and I thought she did great. I love her in this movie.
Here's the thing about Kim Cattrall. This movie jump started her into Friends, and
I'm sorry, into what?
Wait, am I smoking crack here? No, I'm not, because
maybe Sex in the City.
She was in Sex in the City.
And she was in one of the Star Trek movies.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is me and my whole Gene Wilder thing. Don't worry about it.
Why do I keep mixing her up? Okay, the lady from Friends. What was her name?
Yeah, the chick that was in the Bruce video, and you had the tall blonde who was ditzy, and that's all I can remember.
I don't know if you heard that.
Sounded like you were mumbling something about IMDb. I'm not quite sure though.
Don't know what that would be.
I don't know what that meant exactly.
It's gonna be a long night, people. Gonna be a long night, man.
No more Yankee, my wanky.
No more Yankee, my wanky. The donga need food.
There's that 3-minute delay.
I beat you to the punch. God damn it.
Kim Cattrall, Sex in the City. So it was Sex in the City. Ooh, Jussie Smollett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Star Trek IV: The Undiscovered Country, which was the other movie on that list, oddly enough.
Now,
and Mannequin, which I loved her in Mannequin, actually. That's one of those dumbass movies that I absolutely love.
She was fabulous in
yes.
that. Okay, so I do mix up Friends.
That's all right. Yeah, we're gonna have that gin-soaked brain cells killing us, but it's okay.
I don't know why.
Do you have any? We gotta move this along because we're coming up on our break here. Do you have any favorite lines?
Favorite lines. You always ask me this question every time, and I never have any favorite lines.
You should be getting used to this by now, but
I just ignore you.
Mm-hmm. And then you scramble, and it's like,
I'm really good at what I do.
It doesn't take much effort being an asshole. Come on, I know. That's my old lady.
I would ask her, but she hasn't talked to me in about 5 months. So.
All right, a couple of my favorites. Jack Burton walks into the restaurant and goes, "Everybody relax, I'm here."
Okay.
And then the other one's like, this is kind of like sums up his character. "I'm a reasonable guy, but I've just experienced some very unreasonable things." And that's like his total character in this whole movie.
Okay.
Okay. You people sit tight, hold the fort, keep the home fires burning. If we're not back by dawn, call the president. And my last one, like I told my last wife, I says, "Honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes."
There's a touch of madness around here.
Victor Wong plays Egg Shen.
Oh my God. Well,
Did you know this? Did you know about the beginning of this movie?
It was added in at the bequest of the studio or producers because they didn't think that Jack Burton's character was portrayed as the hero.
You are correct. all except for it was Victor Wong that made them put it in because he felt that Kurt Russell's character was not
portrayed as a hero.
Yep. Yeah, that's a bit of history or a bit of a trivia that I didn't find on IMDb. Damn it!
I didn't even look at IMDb this time. Okay, how about Carpenter was offered the directing role of The Golden Child, which came out this same year, and turned it down to do this movie. And both Victor Wong and James Hong both starred in both of these movies. And they were both about Oriental mysticism, and they were both comedies. So very similar movies. And Carpenter specifically did things to differentiate itself from that movie, and they upped the production schedule so they could put it out before The Golden Child came out.
Okay. How about this one? The Three Storms.
Yeah.
Were inspired by what?
Mortal Kombat.
Yes. The Three Storms were partly the inspiration. The Three Storms were partly the inspiration for the popular character of Thunder God Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yep. So Mortal Kombat actually used these three guys.
Oh, okay. I have something about one of those guys. Cool. Oh God, I can't find it. One of the guys that plays one of the Storms. Oh God, let me find it. Hold on, please.
David Lopan. David Lopan was the inspiration for evil sorcerer Shang Tsung.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I thought I should get a point for that, people. I get a point. So
Carter Wong, who played Thunder, was actually a martial arts instructor for the Hong Kong police. Did you know that one?
Really?
Yeah. He's like the real fucking deal.
Damn. Did you have a favorite part to this movie?
I actually did. It's kind of like the whole them initially trying to get out of Lo Main's lair originally, not the second time they went back in, but they were originally getting out because they have to. There's so many different weird places that they're in. They deal with the one, solid steel 3 foot of brick they can't get out of. What are we gonna do? Gnaw ourselves out kind of cell. He falls backwards in the wheelchair. They have to deal with the 2 women that are the guards to all the women that are in all those cages. The whole thing was just going up and down levels and stuff. I enjoyed that entire sequence of them trying to get out of Lopan's warehouse.
Okay, my favorite scene is the first battle scene in the streets of Chinatown. And the reason for that, I love the way that he directed the characters to keep running through the same different scene. And every time they ran through, something was different. And every time, hey, there's my truck. Forget your truck. That was my favorite part of the movie. This is the first time that you see Lopan. It's the first time that you see the 3 Storm.
Yeah.
And
they wanted they wanted the 2 warring factions to have kind of similar outfits, and the studio or somebody was like, dude, you got to make them like different so we know what the hell is going on. And they did acquiesce to that, which is fine.
Yeah. What type of truck was he driving?
That was a Peterbilt. I don't know the exact I don't know the exact model number, but it was definitely a Peterbilt.
It was a Freightliner. It was a Freightliner. It was a Freightliner. Scott used to drive trucks. It's a Freightliner. I wish it was a Peterbilt, but it was Freightliner. What was the name of it?
Hauling ass.
No, that is not the name of it. It is the Pork
Chop Express. Freightliner. Son of a bitch. I swear to God, it says fucking Peterbilt on the front of. Nah, maybe it doesn't. God damn it. All right. Gin soak brain. Do you know why it's called? Wait. Do you know why it was called the Pork Chop Express?
Because it carried pigs.
Mm-hmm. And he was eating a ham sandwich too.
All right, we are officially at 7:20 or 8:20 your time
ish. Good enough. All right, and my drink is empty, so yeah.
We need to
empty the bladder and fill the drinks, clear the brain, and we shall be back.
Hey, what he said. Bye.
Bye.
Why don't you wait for the vamp?
Hey kids, we're back. I waited for the vamp this time.
It's been 25 years since you've done shows, so this is still a learning thing for you. But
the learning curve.
Dude, you've been a hell of a lot easier to work with. I mean, I had to shut down the Cleveland Sports Fan because they sucked.
We just flow, man. It's a kind of give and take. I try to wait. It's weird because I try to wait for the break and talk, and I try to fill the blank spaces and be a good, audio style show and shit, and it freaks me out sometimes, but I'm doing my best.
Okay, now I'm not quite as blown out, even though there's still 3 very tan women behind me.
Just showing off how fucking pasty white you really are.
Dude, I live in Texas, man. You don't step outside for 9 months out of the year. You will burn up like a vampire. So we were talking.
Wait, what was that special effects paper we used to burn? What the fuck was that shit?
Oh, flash paper.
Yes, flash paper. You'd walk outside, poof. It's
Ooh, dog. Okay, so I have changed my drink from Jim Beam and ginger ale to the Jim Beam peach and iced tea unsweetened.
Oh shit. That sounds like the fucking bomb.
Damn.
I gotta try that out now. Damn, that sounds good. Because I love me some iced tea and peach.
Dude, it is like Wawa peach iced tea with a little kick.
Nice. I ran out of my Chopin vodka. I have switched to Seven Brothers wheat vodka. It is slightly.
Seven Brothers is good. They're slightly good distillers.
It's slightly better. Well, maybe it is slightly better than the Chopin. The Chopin's good, and this is better. I don't think it's quite as good as that Topaz vodka I had, but damn, this is some good stuff.
I am so gonna warn my audience right now. I'm gonna have our audience,
all 5 of them.
I 100% apologize because this tastes so damn good. I'm gonna be slitty by the end. All right, we are back. We are back fully with the second half of our talk about Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
I've kind of sensed a theme in the reviews that we do lately with comparing them or comparing them to when they came out and now. Would this be a movie that if it was put out now, it would still be able to withstand time? Now we've gone over several films that we sat back and we were like, Murder by Death, prime example. That is a movie that would not even be made now.
No, not at all. All right, let me ask you this question. Are you talking about if they took today's special effects, if they had the same cast, but were able to do today's special effects?
No, I'm talking about the content of the film. Is this
film? Well,
that,
okay. You also have to remember, on this film, they were promised a shit ton of advertising dollars that never happened, which is one of the reasons why it's so low on the list. Had it had better advertising, it probably would have done better.
$11 million when Top Gun was in the $100 millions.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there was somebody that had $3 million worth of advertising. They got like $1 million. But I still think this movie would have attained the cult status if it had been released today versus when it was back then. I still think it would have resonated with the cultists and the purists and the nerdists and all those kind of people. It's just got something for everybody. It's got some great lowbrow humor and highbrow humor and subtle humor. I think it would do okay, and I think it would still raise to cult status over the years if it was released today.
Okay. I think I might actually write this down as a topic for another show, because I think there's a lot of flicks that I consider to be great that just wouldn't be remade now. Rocky Horror Picture Show is probably one of the most fabulous cult films out there. That
I don't think it would make it on screen today.
That honestly would never ever be produced now. So I think that's a different show. Anyways, with this movie, I think we need to. We've discussed enough about the plot. People understand Kurt Russell, Wong.
Yep.
Wang. Sorry, it's Wang.
David Lopan
are the protagonist. The antagonist is Lopan and the Three Storm.
Yep.
Out of this film, were there any negatives for you? I'm pretty okay. Better yet, before you say anything, I'm going to say this. I had probably two negatives in this flick. One is the monster towards the end of the film.
Which one?
The one that was totally unrealistic.
The eyeball?
Not the eyeball. The one that grabs Kim Cattrall.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, got it.
And I understand
horrible feet.
They bounced. Horrible.
The toes stuck. You could tell, like, the dude's toes ended, the creature's toes started. They stuck up. Yeah, that was bad. Okay,
bad. That was bad. And the second bad part of this flick is, Kurt Russell has to go through a what do you call it? A whorehouse.
Yeah.
He goes into a whorehouse that is connected to Lopan's lair and all that stuff, and a whole big.
No, it was whatever. Okay, go ahead.
A whole big fight happens inside there. Everyone gets beat up and all that, and we never saw one naked woman.
Trivia.
Yes.
Do you know what Kurt Russell was wearing in that scene?
It was a green plaid suit with a green tie and a weird shirt. Why?
It was the exact suit he wore in Used Cars.
Oh, that's funny. That is absolutely fucking hilarious. Okay.
All right, we need to talk about James Hong for just a second.
Okay.
David Lopan.
Phenomenal.
If you look on this guy's IMDb page, he has shown up in damn near every TV series ever. And I'm talking fucking ever. Bonanza, you name it. He was the token Oriental dude in every goddamn TV series ever. And he is still working today at age 93. I just watched a Disney film, Turning Red. Pixar Disney film, Turning Red. He does a voiceover in that film. I'm like listening and going, wait, that's the dude. That's him. That's him. I had to look it up and yeah, fuck, that is him. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's been in the movie Airplane, Blade Runner, Balls of Fury, and tons of voiceovers for cartoons and video games. I mean, the guy is just he's got a phenomenal history in TV and film. I love him to death, and I love him in this film. He just kind of gets to let loose.
He does. Okay. It's very rare in your life as an actor to be able to play a character in both youth as well as old man.
Yeah.
And it was 1980s. The makeup wasn't the best, but him playing the old man really intrigued me as far as how he
was hilarious. I mean, I love when they're talking about when Jack is like, oh, and then you're gonna take over the whole universe. He goes, indeed. You know, it's like that little girly voice. It's like, dude, that's fucking great. It was like listening to Legally Blonde come out of this old 90-year-old Chinese guy's mouth. It was great.
The fight scene, the last fight scene in the
you were talking about negatives.
Oh yeah, negatives.
The whole neon aesthetic in the very last scene threw me off a little bit. It was little, and I can't say the special effects offended me. I mean, it was the 80s it was the 80s. And a lot of them hold up today. You got to admit, a lot of them hold up today. The furry beast, yeah, I kind of didn't dig it. But the whole neon aesthetic at the end just really annoyed the piss out of me. So that would be my biggest negative on the film.
Well, that scene, I was bringing it up because there were special effects that happened. The head, after it gets hit
blown up
attack,
by
it falls
egg
down.
Yeah.
And that was all hydraulics. On top of that, the women coming down the slide, which we all know was an escalator.
Yeah.
The escalator was actually ordered and built for the movie, and they didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, so it was only 12 inches wide.
Oh, geez.
12 inch, that's 1 foot, dude.
Yeah, that's barely one person.
So everyone okay, George Chuang was a stuntman or something like that, and he basically said, what was it that he said right before the end of filming? He turned around, looked at everyone, and said, "Oh my God, this is going to be my last scene." He said that he was trembling all the way through the filming of that scene. It was, yeah, the neon got me because
it was just like, a little annoying.
Come on, this is supposed to be old world underground there, and all of a sudden you've got this fancy green neon around the head that's about to fall apart. The head falls down by hydraulics, and I was bringing that up because that's what I did in the Navy. Something that big is gonna be, I don't want to say unreliable. It's not that it's unreliable. There's gonna
be issues.
It's never going to fall the same way twice, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm sure that the special effects guys had a ton of shit to work out during the show.
Yeah. I mean, and damn near everything was practical, which I love. There was a couple of special effects, like that ending scene with the two Mystic Samurai, and which was, I'd be willing to bet that scene probably inspired, and I can't remember which Harry Potter film it was, with the two wands meeting and stuff like that, because it was very reminiscent of that. Hi, cat, how are you? Don't lick them. No, don't lick the microphone. Don't bite the microphone. Quit biting the microphone. All right, cat, you're done. You biting the microphone.
Gotta love that cat. In the wedding scene where Lo Pan is putting the needle of love in Mao Ying. That was it. Damn. Yes. I am not doing good tonight.
Well, no, these are all tough names because they're all close.
James Hong, Lo Pan.
Yes.
Jabbed Susie Pie.
Yes.
A little too hard, and you can actually see her flinch.
Yeah, she flinches as a genuine response. Yes.
What else do we have here in my notes?
When Jack Burton attempts to infiltrate the White Tiger brothel. That's the suit he's wearing. Sorry, that we did that one already. Studio wanted to cast a rock star in the role of Gracie Law, but Carpenter's only choice was Kim Cattrall. Fox was not too keen on that decision, since she was mostly known for raunchy films, Porky's, blah blah blah. But she was excited to do the role, saying, "I'm not screaming for help the whole movie the whole time." So,
man, you just took the one that I was.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have a great one. I have a fucking great one. You ready?
Okay.
Egg Shen's office or garage or whatever, right before they go down into the sewers at the end of the film. Do you know where that was? What that set was?
I do not know what it was.
Oh, fuck, it's great.
Hold on.
Okay.
But I do remember that Kurt Russell says that it was a dump.
You are correct. Do you know what the physical set was or what it was used again for?
No, tell me.
It is the same firehouse that they use in Ghostbusters.
Oh.
And you're just not excited. I fucking hate you. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, Fire Station 23. Which I've driven past in real life. I have a picture of it. It's awesome.
All right. The movie was parodied in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, A Chinatown Ghost Story.
I had no clue.
An episode of the animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They even had James Hong provide the voice of a near carbon copy of Lo Pan named what?
Wang. I don't know.
Ho Chan.
Ho Chan. That's awesome. That's excellent.
We discussed that there were other people that were considered to play Jack Burton. There was actually one more that was considered.
Who was that?
Well, that's a good question for you.
I don't know.
Let me give you some hints here. He worked with John Carpenter on Starman in 1984.
It's got to be Bridges.
He also was considered for Kurt Russell's role in Escape from New York and The Thing.
I'm going to go with Bridges.
You are 100% correct.
Wow. Cool.
And
do you know what lead role that Kurt Russell turned down in favor of Big Trouble for Little China?
That wasn't Top Gun, was it?
No. He turned down the lead in Highlander to be in Big Trouble in Little China.
That was probably a good move for him. That was.
Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Highlander. Holy shit, I love Highlander. But in both of these, I tell you what.
Hey, the meaning there can be only one really kind of stands out with the choice that was made to play the Highlander.
I mean, he couldn't go wrong either way. But I think I'm thankful that he's in Big Trouble and not Highlander. I think it just worked out better that way. But still, yeah, that's some good shit there. Do you know who the first choice to play Wang Shi was?
I do believe it was Jackie Chan.
You are correct, sir. But I believe the producers thought his English wasn't good enough.
Yes.
And Chan turned down the role anyway, and it was given to Dennis Dunn.
Now, do you know how Dennis Dunn got that role?
I don't think I have that written down anywhere. Wait. No, I don't. Sorry. Go ahead.
John Carpenter had seen Dennis Dunn in Year of the Dragon and liked his work.
Nice.
He met the actor twice before casting him in the role of Wang. And honestly, he wasn't cast until a few days before principal photography.
Oh, God.
Which is the first thing that you do before you start filming. Holy cow.
Some of the movies that we love should have no reason for being as good as they are or completed in any way, shape, or form. It's fucking amazing how off the cuff and that some of these movies go. It's ridiculous.
I've got to say this. It was the 1980s when this film came out. And the special effects that were the visual special effects, I'm not talking about costuming, not talking about were absolutely spot on through the whole show.
You know why?
Do tell.
Because it was one of the guys that had was with ILM originally. That's why. It
was extremely well done.
Okay, so I got a big old paragraph here. The floating eyeball dude was the hardest, most expensive special effect they had in the whole damn movie. It was like eight guys. Wait a minute here. 60 artists and engineers worked on the damn thing. And because of all of the moving parts, it cost over $100,000 to make. Now, visual effects producer Richard Edlund kept one of the ghoulish green eyes, because it had green eyes, as a souvenir, but the rest of the Guardians since been lost to time. He worked for ILM on the original Star Wars trilogy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Poltergeist, and then he opened his own business and worked on Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna it's 7:49.
You know what? Let's just pull through this. I only got a couple more things to talk about, and then we're done.
All right. Before you go to that, I have the DVD version here, so I got to listen to the DVD commentary.
Oh shit, that must be nice.
And John Carpenter states in the DVD content that the character Jack Burton is the hero of the movie. But other than killing Lo Pan and saving Wang when he shoots the guard, he is more of a sidekick.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And this was the point that I was trying to make earlier about how he's not really the tough guy.
No, I said that. He is not the protagonist. He's not the hero.
No.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for me?
Kim Cattrall, contact lenses.
Yes.
They did not like her eyes whatsoever. They had to be put in like 10 minutes before each scene was filmed. Otherwise, her eyes would be fucking red and she'd be having tears on her eyes. But she just bullied through it and got that shit done. She's a trooper, bless her heart. Do you know who reused the set for a music video?
Oh, God, no.
Janet Jackson reused that set for the video If. Yeah. So that was also in Janet Jackson's video. And that was like back then a controversial video, which today we're like, whatever. Do you know what this movie was originally intended to be? What genre they wanted this movie to be originally?
I don't want to say action.
No.
I do not know.
It was originally intended to be a Western.
This is a far. Yeah, this is.
Instead of having his truck stolen, Jack Burton would have lost his horse.
Okay.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. You got anything?
Hang it. Yes.
Go for it.
In the prison scene, Kim Cattrall is hogtied.
Yep.
There is a reason for this, but the scene that explained it was cut out of the film. Do you know why she was hogtied?
Probably a bit of guard.
She gives the guards verbal abuse, resulting in her being gagged and hogtied.
I mean, I remember her friend going, she was like a Wolverine. They had to tie her up and hogtie her.
Yes.
So during the shooting, Kurt Russell had a really bad case of the flu, which is why in many of the scenes, he has copious amounts of sweat all over him. The sad thing is, I think one of those scenes, he ends up kissing Kim Cattrall. I'm like, dude, come on. That's just wrong, man.
I do believe you are correct, though.
Okay, do you remember in the very opening scene they have Big Trouble in Little China and they have some Chinese script across there?
Yes.
Do you know what that script actually says?
No.
Evil spirits make big scene in little spiritual state. Sounds like a bad translation, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a piece of trivia.
Okay.
Production designer John Lloyd designed the elaborate underground set and recreated Chinatown with 3-story buildings, roads, streetlights, sewers, and so on. This was necessary for the staging of the complicated special effects kung fu fight that I was talking about earlier, that would have been very hard to do on location. Do you know what this caused?
I'm going to go $450,000.
This, well, not what it cost, what it caused. CAUSED.
I don't know.
This forced the filmmakers to shoot the film in 15 weeks instead of 25.
Ooh.
Due to the cost.
Remember Egg Shan's bus?
Yes, I want that freaking bus.
You can go get it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
All you have to do is go to Yellowstone National Park. It is one of the tour buses there, and they borrowed it for the movie and then gave it back to them. And it gives tours of the Old Faithful Geyser.
I want that bus. I want that bus. Let's see here. Regarding the ornate Lopan marriage scene towards the end of the film, that whole set with the mouth coming down the steps of the escalator, it was very dangerous. James Hong revealed it was a very narrow escalator, and I was on a lift 12 inches wide. I was on lifts, 12-inch lifts. Okay. All of a sudden, John said, "We don't have time. We've got to do it right away." I said, "Can't you get a stunt man?"
No.
Get George Chuang. He's my stunt man. He said, no, you just got to step in. So with that long robe, I tried to pull it over the lift. And when I stepped on just the part before you go down, the real escalator, I said, "Oh God, I'm going to die."
Oh my. Remember Jack Burton's boots? Those that was actually Kurt Russell's idea. I had a hand in say the funky high top moccasins. They were specially made in Aspen at a shop that Kurt Russell happened to know about. And they kind of work. I mean, you got the whole hidden blade and everything in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the dude who plays Rain, one of the three Furies, thought that this was a serious film. He had no idea that it was a comedy. It wasn't until they filmed the last fight and he noticed that Dennis Dunn did that over-the-top eyebrow raise at the key moment during their battle, and he realized this movie was actually a comedy that happened to have action, adventure, and mystical elements.
Okay.
And you know how much his wig cost?
How much?
$3,000 in 1987 dollars. $3,000. But they wanted it to look exactly like the old school Chinese.
Oh, that's a drop in the bucket for Eileen Brennan. Okay, Kim Cattrall left the set every day at 4:30 p.m. Why?
Did she have a kid?
No.
I have no clue.
She was performing in a production of Anton Chekhov's. Come on, Scott, speak.
Anton Chekhov's
Three Sisters.
No shit. I did not know that.
Kim Cattrall remembers having to explain to the studio bosses who Chekhov was. And
let me educate the theater people what the fuck the real theater really is.
She then proceeded to tell them my film career is subsidized by my theater career.
That's awesome.
If I only did theater, I would have to waitress, and I didn't want to waitress. Oh my God.
So Kurt Russell had to learn how to drive a semi.
Yes, I saw that. I was like,
he was terrified of hurting someone. And Carpenter jokes that he was more concerned about the actor breaking the truck when everyone else was more concerned about the truck running over people.
Okay, I have to say this. I used to drive trucks back earlier in my career. When I would tour, it became kind of like I was more worthy of getting a tour because I had my CDL.
Okay.
So I drove trucks for a lot of the tours. How do I say this kindly? I saw him. I figured out the scenes that he actually drove in.
Okay.
And the scene of him driving through Chinatown, that was him.
And it's kind of impressive because I've driven limousines. I've driven 45-foot Ryder trucks through downtown Cleveland. It was an impressive bit of driving in my opinion.
That was stinking incredible. Anyways, we are at time here.
One more.
Give it
the
to
lipstick.
me.
Lipstick. Kim Cattrall kisses Kurt Russell. Lipstick stays on the lips. They kept it in, and it was just because Carpenter trusted them to just roll through that shit with the lipstick on there, and it made that scene so much better. That he's like doing the whole serious talk with the bad guy. And he's got these fucking lipstick smears all over his face. Anyway, okay.
Ooh, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a little bit of a break. We will be back in a second. Enjoy it.
Talk to you.
And we're back.
Hello, everybody.
I had to go feed the ducks.
What do you mean ducks?
I got ducks.
Like penned up, or they wild, or what the fuck are you talking about?
They're wild. They fly in every spring. And I have to go feed them. I have to go feed the ducks. They're called Jack and Jill. Okay,
because that's the because the boy and girl. I'm assuming, but
I have to.
Who the fuck named them?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
Gotta quit smoking crack. I know. All right, so we're back.
And I just asked, wait a minute, for everybody out there, I just asked during the break, how many cats do you own?
We can't say that on the air because the city of Irving would come after us.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But there's like 8.
You have 1 cat.
Yeah, there's 8, but there's only 1 that's named.
That's the only that. Well, that yeah. I have Bob. That's the only cat that I. Yeah.
They're all called.
They're all called Bob.
They're all called Lulu. All right, we are in our little conclusions section here.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you wrap up what you think about Big Trouble in Little China and give it its ratings. Bottom shelf, top shelf. Is it in the box?
No.
Let us know what you think.
It is one of my many favorite cult films of all time. My rating, it is second shelf. It's very close to first shelf, but I have to give it a second shelf. It's a solid second shelf.
All right. Okay. My conclusion's gonna be a little bit longer. I know. I'm sorry.
We still tolerate you.
Yeah. So here's what I say. Here's this. Kurt Russell was always the type of actor to he didn't do serious roles. He was always good in these comedic roles.
All right. What are you saying? Snake Plissken was not a serious role?
Okay. He did more in the comedic role.
Okay, I'll give you that. I mean, the kid did start out in Disney doing the oh God, what did he do in Disney? The computer with tennis shoes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I mean, you look back at his career. You got Overboard. You got this.
Overboard was later. No. We're talking about from this film before this. What had he done?
I don't really care about that. I'm looking at his entire career. He is not a serious actor. I mean, no, that's the wrong way to say it. He is a serious actor. He's a great actor.
Yeah. I mean, The Thing is a great goddamn film. The Thing is absolutely fantastic.
His main genre is comedy.
Okay. I guess I can agree with that, but
we saw him in Tron,
which he played. He did play. He played it comedy, but he played it as a straight guy. Even in the second Tron, he was like more of the straightest guy in the whole goddamn film.
Okay. Anyways, my conclusion to this film is that he's a comedic actor.
Okay. He can do it all.
He can do it all, but he's more of a comedic actor. But he was phenomenal in this film.
Oh God, yeah.
The comedy that is in this film, he made it seem like it was real. He made Jack a character who was actually
almost a caricature.
Yeah. Well, here,
and it was subtle. I mean, like the glances that he gives, the little asides that just his facial expressions after giving a line were great in this film.
When people grow up and become adults, they start to realize that when they were younger, they had that feeling of, I am superior to everyone.
I'm invincible.
I am invincible. And in this movie, he's got the I am invincible, then he knocks himself out. That's great because I saw parts of myself in him. So I love this film.
I do too. I absolutely love this film.
I think this film stands the test of time. You see Kim Cattrall in I mean, she's gorgeous. She's just flat out gorgeous in this film. Mai Ying. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised we never saw her again, but she was smoking hot.
Just it was a fun film to watch. I watched it 6 times in 2 weeks. That's crazy.
And let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How many times in the past decade have you watched The Golden Child versus this film?
I have. I never liked The Golden Child, It
was okay. I liked it.
I watched it once. I was done with it.
I've probably seen it 2 or 3 times.
I saw it once. Don't need to see it again.
Although I must admit, I love when he's scratching on the things and goes, I want the dagger. I love that line. Other than that, that movie is completely forgettable. Okay. With all the hype behind that movie, I understand why it made it to its top spot. But nobody fucking remembers that movie. And everybody remembers Big Trouble. It's a cult classic. It will always be a cult classic.
Now with that, I think I'm going to give it a rating of second shelf.
It is a solid 2. It's so close to 1, but it's a solid 2. Absolutely,
it's definitely there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, on that note, do you have anything else going on that we need to discuss before we carry our ass out of here and actually do another show?
I am spent.
Oh, you see, this is going to be I'm telling you, the next one's going to be a long one. All right, people.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
We are happy that you guys are listening to us. We are having fun.
Bless you guys, and please keep listening, and we'll try to put out some fun shit for you. if at all possible, between the two of us.
We'll see about that. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on Thursday, and special content will come out this week. So, you know, on that note, I'm out of here.
Have a great night, folks.
On behalf of Burke, Scott, and the rest of the cast at the Davis and Davis Show, we'd like to thank you for listening, and we hope you return next week. Remember, we're not a law firm, and we just don't care.
Owning a boat comes with a number of perks, like being able to say, ahoy, or land ho, and not feel weird about it. So here's another perk. Geico's boat insurance offers access to the largest towing fleet on the water. And with specialist support from agents that are as passionate about boating as you are, there's so much value that you'll want to say, shiver me timbers, and not feel weird about that either. Get more with Geico.